On the campaign trail today, PC leader Jamie Bailey promised to review all the plans to replace aging hospital buildings at the province's largest health care complex in Halifax. So far, the province has committed to expanding the Dartmouth General Enhanced Community Hospitals, as well as build a new outpatient clinic in the Bears Lake Business Park. Bailey says he isn't convinced those decisions have been properly thought or costed out.
We are going to put that plan under the microscope as a new PC government, every piece of it, including the land deal in Bears Lake, sit down with the doctors and nurses and healthcare providers that need to provide input into it, and then show all Nova Scotians a complete and comprehensive plan for VG replacement.
Right. Bailey is also promising to bring back a tax credit killed under the McNeil Liberals. He says he'll bring back a film tax credit similar to the one eliminated in the budget 2 years ago. Today, the NDP released its plan to help get more seniors into long-term care beds. Leader Gary Burrell says his government would spend $60 million to fund about 500 new beds in the province. Burrell says his plan would cut down on overcrowding in some hospitals where patients stay while awaiting long-term care placement. The Liberals were also out appealing to seniors today. Steve McNeil has promised to expand the eligibility for the province's unpaid caregiver program. McNeil said his government would invest $25 million over 4 years. The program would include funding for caregivers looking after loved ones with less severe dementia and caring for loved ones with mental illness.
On Monday, the Liberal Party released its plan for the environment. Reporter Michael Gorman has been taking a look at it, and he joins us now with a reality check. So, Michael, what's in this plan?
Well, Amy, there's a Coastal Protection Act, legislation for biodiversity, and a council to advise government on the subject. The Liberals would declare a moratorium on fracking, and they do an independent review on forestry practices. It's this last one that has some people scratching their heads.
We don't think it's logical or necessary to have a whole new study. That's been done to death. In fact, we had a 3-year, 3-phase, multi-panel, panels of expertise, tons of science on the table type of review already called the Natural Resource Strategy, and commitments were made by the government of Nova Scotia to reduce clear cutting to no more than 50% and some other harvesting practice reforms.
As you hear there from Ray Plord, a lot of people feel like the forest review work was done long ago. In fact, last summer the Liberals backed away from the commitment to reduce clear cutting, which now accounts for about 90% of all harvests in the province.
All right, so what's Liberal leader Steve McNeil saying about the policy change?
Well, it's no secret there are a lot of people who are unhappy with the way forestry is managed in the province. It seems McNeil and his team have noticed.
We followed through on many of what was in that process that had gone through. What I have been hearing loud and clear, particularly in the western part of the province, is that I'm hearing from private woodlot owners who are having challenges getting their fiber into the marketplace. At the same time, I'm hearing from a great cross-section of Nova Scotians who are talking about the amount of harvesting that has taken place on Crown land, and we want to make sure that the appropriate balance is being struck.
And Amy, Stephen McNeil says that independent review would be complete by September.
All right, Michael, thanks so much for taking a look at this.
You're welcome.